Heavy is the head that has to manage all of this.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel.
We're now incentivized to buy what we already buy.
Fumbling through college had me building.
I also got some done on the other side.
And that was right around, I would say, May, maybe, right before renewing the lease for this property.
Welcome to the channel, Martha.
Thank you for having me here.
Oh, I was going to say, I am getting up there and age, I'll tell you what.
Bills paid by other people, life was never this good. I had to step back.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So the Fed has finally gotten the green light to cut rates down. As I told you before in a previous video, I was just looking at some property recently, and I was still thinking that rates were at 7.34%. And the reason why I thought that is because I had just gotten a quote not too long ago in regards to interest rates, just to see where the market was at. And you know, when I was looking at Yahoo Finance on the 14th of August, it stated that there continues to be a downward trend, which started in the second quarter, and there's a 3.2% inflation, which is the smallest since 2021, which is more than 3 years ago. Rent is up 5.3%, shelter is up 5.1%, and used cars are down 10.9%. So the car market is really suffering right now. They were booming at a time. They were booming for some time. They were able to jack up prices. There was a lack of inventory. There wasn't a lot that you could really do. And they were trying to get you to pay any and every single price. Now, the used car market is down 10.9%, but I wonder what the new car market is doing right now. And so it is actually piquing my interest, because what I always think about is, you always think about the bad deals that you've gotten with some car dealerships. And you know what? I've gotten so many great car salesmen in my life that it's sad that it always gets overshadowed by the one bad apple. And the reason why I brought this up is because, you know, I always like to talk about in the pandemic when I wanted to get this brand new 2021, I believe it was a Honda Accord. And it was brand new 2021, super clean. They only had two, it was white and black. I'm sure they had more in the back, but they were trying to make it look like they had no inventory. And I was about to get this white one. I sat down in it, didn't even drive it. And I said, you know what, I'll take it. I'll take it. Didn't drive the car, just sat in it. I looked at the eco feature on the left-hand side, didn't even touch the brakes, nothing. And I said, you know what, I'll take the car. The car was worth, I think, $23,000. I said, okay, I'll pay $25,000 flat. $25,000 flat out the door right now. Who goes up $2,000 when someone says $23,000 is the asking price for the car? So I said, okay, I'll pay $25,000 flat. To my surprise, for all of you who don't know this story, they come back to me and they say, oh, okay, we're just going to put the Clearasil on there now. And for all of you who know what the Clearasil is, yes, they tried me. They really did. So they put some spray on my car, which is supposed to protect the coating of the car. It's a spray. Probably cost $10. And you know what they told me? They said it's going to cost $2,000 for the spray coat that we just put on the car. So I'm like, huh? And mind you, that kind of makes sense because I upped the price $2,000. And so they're probably just trying to eat into that margin and say, you know what, you can give us another $2,000 since you wanted to go up more. So they basically wanted to beat me with a stick and say, you know what, since you offered me more than what the car is worth, how about offering me more than what you just offered? And so at some point, I'm like, hold on. This is insane. And they were like, okay, we just need you to do $29,000 out the door. Now with the Clearasil coat and everything, $29,000 out the door. I'm like, hold on. This car is worth like $21,000. If I buy this car for $29,000 out the door, who's going to buy this car for almost 30 grand? So to me, it made 0 sense. I was already offering you more money. You're not losing money on a deal. And you tried to beat me over the head even more. You just went up another 4 grand, another 4,000. And so I was absolutely devastated when I heard that. But I also understood that, you know what? They're not the only car dealership in town. That's not the only car. And although I wanted that car, they made the mistake of thinking that I wanted it so bad that I would be willing to pay $6,000 more than what the sticker was, right? And I'm telling you, it wasn't even $23,000. It was probably like $21.99 or something like that. So I decided to leave the dealership and get me a car that's even half the price of the sticker price, which allowed me to have extra cash and buy the house that I'm actually currently still living in today. So if I had bought that car for what it was worth, yeah, maybe I could have still bought the house with a lower down payment and a higher monthly payment, but I got a cheaper monthly payment and a bigger down payment on the property because I didn't buy that car. So in the end, it worked out for me. But now we're talking about used cars at 10.9% down, which means the value of the vehicle that I purchased for $11,000 cash 3 years ago is now worth less in the eyes of many people. And, the dealership is not going to pay top dollar as they would in 2021 for that vehicle back. Maybe they would have given me like 6-7 grand for the vehicle. Now they'll probably give me 2-3 grand for the vehicle. But at the end of the day, you know what? I've still saved so much money over the years by not getting that Honda Accord. Now, it said aside from Yahoo Finance, I spoke with some agents today, which I did, and they were talking about mortgage rates and how they've already started to come down a bit. So I wanted to address that a little bit because, mortgage lenders, and I used to be a mortgage lender, they like to anticipate rate drops. And because of that anticipation, you get to be able to kind of give people lower rates before they're even really available. And so what we used to say as a mortgage lender, just so that you know a few of the tip and tricks, is, hey, I got this rate for you right now today. You can lock this in for 30 days in order to purchase the home. Now, the problem with locking in your rate is that if rates do go down more, you can't change it. But if rates go up, you're golden. It's almost like betting, right? And you know what? If a bank is willing to bet on your rate, then guess what? It's probably going to go down, right? They're probably locking you in at a higher rate. Or they don't really care whether it goes up and down. Maybe they're just more concerned in having your business, getting that closing cost, getting you to finance through them and getting a loyal customer. So there are so many reasons why a bank might do what they do. And this is what I think about from my perspective as well, to see what is the benefit into locking a rate for the bank. And maybe it's just to get your business is that they're locking the rate right now. So with that being said, I did look at interest rates, mortgage rates, and I was able to see that mortgage rates were at like 6.45%. And I was shocked because, I was seeing 6.9, 6.8. So to go all the way to 6.45% in August is actually insane And it actually tells me that we're actually headed in the right direction, to where I can definitely see by end of year, if we do get an interest rate cut in September, November, and December, where we could potentially be at 5.9%, especially with points, maybe even 5.6%. So with that being said, I'm absolutely happy what's going on right now with the markets, because car prices are going to start coming down, which is good for the economy as a whole. It is good for people to be able to buy vehicles for decent and reasonable prices again, not $30,000+ It's good for people looking to buy a home who can actually now afford a home, and they can say, wow, mortgage rates have dropped. That's so great. What am I going to do next? What am I going to look to purchase before something happens again? And they can get themselves a piece of the American dream before it slips away from them completely. All right. And so, today is a great day, honestly. When you have a green light to lower rates, that means that, the economy is not growing as quickly as it was before. Prices are not rising as quickly as it was before. And that's what we want as consumers. We don't want to continue to pay more for certain products and services. But at the same time, as the rates go down, it's going to lessen the burden on us to have to make all these payments. And that's also going to benefit us in a way, because now we're going to be able to buy what we need after really assessing the values of everything around us that we couldn't afford for the last couple of months, right? So now when you make a purchase, you might do one big purchase instead of multiple small ones. And you might just do a purchase based on what you actually need versus what you actually want. So, there are some positives that can come from this, some maturity that can come from this, some understanding that can come from this. And so I'm excited to see where this takes us. I really hope people don't go to a frenzy and then run up the rates again. So again, I'm just excited to see what happens next. Now, if you like this video, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll be happy to address them. I post every single day at 8 a.m. daily on YouTube, Spotify, and Rumble, and I can't wait to see you on the next one. Peace.